Hey everybody, it's Rockula, and welcome back to Rockula Retrospective and another episode of What I'm Watching. Now this episode is going to cover a YouTube show called the Oddity Archive. And what they do is they cover a variety of topics that I find really interesting because they talk about stuff like outdated technology and forgotten fragments of pop culture. But why don't I let them explain it to you themselves?
And welcome to the first edition of the Oddity Archive, a show where we look at the bizarre, the obsolete, and to a lesser degree nostalgic areas of TV, music, film, and technology, primarily spanning from the 1970s through the 90s.
In his first episode, he examines a rare incident of TV signal hijacking, and then goes on to explain how someone wearing a Max Headroom mask could cut into a local Chicago TV broadcast. Here he shows us the resulting video transgression. I've seen quite a few episodes now, and he does cover a large variety of topics, but my favorites tend to be the stuff about outdated technology, how he collects it, and how he keeps it up and repairs it.
Today, I'm opening up my personal collection of obsolete video technology to discuss the home video format wars of the 1970s through the late 90s. Philips introduced the VHS unit to the US market in the summer of 1977, launching the first major format war. In 1975, Sony introduced the Betamax VCR. Yeah, the first ones were only available already built into a TV. The Laserdisc was the springboard for the compact disc. Indeed, the design of the CD was based around the Laserdisc. Laserdiscs and subsequently music CDs are kind of like an LP, which can be viewed as a very tightly wound spool of thread, with the data stored in the grooves between each thread and read with a needle. Introduced in 1981, the CED is a video record, read with an actual needle. CEDs were designed as a more affordable, more accessible alternative to Laserdiscs. The CED followed the same principle as the Laserdisc, just more basic. Now, as you can see here, an 8-track tape is just one big, gigantic tape loop. It comes out of here, comes through, plays, and it winds itself back up. Now, unsurprisingly, because of the age and the wear and tear on these things, there's about a 50-50 chance that when your tape hits the joint holding this whole loop together, it's gonna break. So what I did was I found some little foil splices online, and you might be asking yourself, why foil? Well, it's foil because you need something that will contact the sensor in the deck that kicks it over to the next program. Remember you saw that earlier?
He even covers a topic that I'm considering covering in future episodes of Rockula Retrospective, which is the subscription television services of the early 1980s.
Single-channel, HBO-styled pay TV services, such as Preview, Spectrum, and most famously On TV, which existed from 1977 to 1985.
The writing, research, and editing are all really good in this series, but I'd have to say my one complaint is his corny humor. It causes me to lose my enthusiasm, and there are many episodes that I wish that were a bit shorter because I just couldn't finish it. So if you like well-researched presentations about obscure topics and don't mind really bad puns, then I suggest you hop on over to the Oddity Archive. Tell them Rockula sent you. I'm Rockula, and this is Rockula Retrospective.